New York, 1926. In a popular jazz club, a lonely photo booth waits in the shadows. People come and go, but some memories never leave. A photograph flickers in the dim light. Records spin and dance halls come alive. Faces smile from another time. A glamorous party frozen forever. Luxury automobiles line the streets. At first it seemed ordinary, just another memory from another glamorous evening. But when I looked closer, something didn't feel right. The halls of the Rosio Treasury echo with silence. In a small office, a gramophone hums softly while a piano waits in the corner. Someone was here and left it in a hurry. The photographs told a story of wealth, celebration, and power. The kind of people who own entire city blocks. Every hallway felt like it was watching me. Every portrait seemed to know something I didn't. But hidden behind the smiles was a secret. The trail led me through dusty books and a row of locked vaults buried deep inside the Rosio Treasury. Then hidden beneath the glow of the desk lamp, an old typewriter, its final message still waiting to be read. A clue, then another. The truth began to reveal itself. Documents, reports, evidence, confidential files. Whatever was hidden inside the Rosary Treasury, someone had spent years making sure it stayed buried, until now. What's up, y'all? It's me, FIE, and welcome to my channel, Fi Creations. If you're new here, please like, comment, and subscribe. This is a channel about gear reviews, vlogs, tech, everything, filmmaking, tricks and tips and stuff like that. So I wanted to sit down here and go over a few things about the Nikon ZR. I just came back from a shoot with a client, a band that I shoot. They're a great band, they so dope. And I wanted to just take my Nikon and shoot. I shot all this in Red NE 4K 60. When you shoot events, you do slow-mo because I might want to slow some things down and I might want to keep some things the speed it is, but you want to have that flexibility. So that's why you shoot in 4K 60 and it's going to be buttery smooth. So when I got there, I didn't know how it was going to be, so I don't know the location. I didn't know how it looked inside. I never been there before. So it was a bar, which was really cool. I think it was a bar, but I don't know, but it was really cool. It was a speakeasy. I never heard of that before, but it was fun. It was very, very low light. They had a vibe up in there. It was a vibe, like no white light on the artist performing or nothing. It was just straight color, blue. They just, it was a vibe. I liked it, but it was just a few things that I gotta say I did not like. And I'm gonna just start with the autofocus. I really lean into autofocus. I feel like that's the future. That's where the world's going. When I first started, everyone was talking about manual focus and manual focus lenses, autofocus, this and that. I'm about tech. We're moving into technology and stuff is getting better and better each year. So you're gonna want to utilize what feature this camera has. So the autofocus in this camera, and it could be me, a user error. Like I said, I'm still learning the camera and still learning how to use it. So it could be me. And it could be also because it was low light. It was so low up in there. The autofocus was missing a lot and it hunted a little bit, but if I stood still, it would stay. If no one walked in front of the camera, it wouldn't be a problem. A few times I had to go to manual focus because in these type of shoots, sometimes you don't have time. Like you're capturing moments like in live when it happens. So you don't have time for no reshoot because you might see somebody doing something. Oh, I need to get that. That looks good what they doing. They dancing, they smiling, they having a good time. I need to capture that emotion. So you trying to hurry up and get the shot in autofocus. I had to turn it to manual because it'll take too long. But I'm sure it's due to it being low light and being so dark in there. Now, let's talk about a plus. I did like the switch from low ISO to high ISO, 800, and then the next one is 6400. So it was very easy. I ain't gonna say it was very easy, but I do like how as soon as you go from low to high, it goes straight to 6400. I just know I used to have to dial it in my Canon and move it. And you could do this here too. The crowd didn't have any lights. Where everyone was dancing and stuff, it wasn't no lights at all, so I had to crank that up to the 6400. Another thing, the camera menus, like going through it, it is a headache. It is a headache. I noticed I couldn't change my ISO once I hit record. Now, I don't know, I'm gonna do some research. It could be a setting you gotta change in the camera. But as far as I know, if I hit record and I wanted to change the ISO after that, it was blurred out, it was blacked out. I could not change it. I did not like that. Cause sometimes if I'm shooting the band while all the lights is at, and then I see something else happen and I'm shooting them, and then I say, oh, let me switch over there, and I turn my camera to over there. I used to be able to just real quick, you know what I'm saying, move it down or up. And another thing, I gotta get used to the camera as well. I'm switching to a whole new system. So I was with Canon, well, I'm still with Canon. I still love Canon. I still got all my Canon lenses, and I got the red Komodo that has RF mount. So I don't think I'm really gonna get rid of Canon, but I do want a Sony camera, I'm not gonna lie. But my red Komodo, I'm never getting rid of because it has sentimental value to me. So it's like, I would never get rid of that camera. I bought that camera for my birthday, the white Stormtrooper. So that was like a big thing for me at that time. So I decked that camera out to my likings. Like, I don't care about what nobody say. It's all about me on that camera. So anyway, like I said, I'm new to this camera, so I believe it's just I gotta get used to where everything's at. But I ain't gonna lie, I do not like it. It's like Canon, you go straight into the menu. On the Nikon, there's too many letters, lowercase letters, all types of things. I'm like, what's going on here? Like, we do the alphabets. Okay, now let's talk about the weight of this camera. Like I said, I'm shooting with the Nikon ZR and the core 35mm f1.4. And I also have the small rig handle grip, just the handle grip. My hand didn't hurt as much because this camera is way heavier than my Canon. I got the Canon R8, and with the 35mm, that was like my everydays. Oh man, I go to an event, party or whatever. I saw myself always just using the Canon and that 35mm. It was just, to me, it was just the sweet spot. And that camera is way smaller than this one. So it's just like, when I first unboxed this one and I felt it in my hands, I was like, this is a little heavy, Rachel. Like, you ain't gonna like this. But I do love the image. So it's like, I was like, I deal with it. I'm one of those stripped down as much as I can type of person. Only thing I like to have is a gimbal. I love gimbals because I like real smooth shots. I'm not really good handheld. Now, I took this out just handheld. And the reason why I took it out handheld, because I was just going bare minimum. I don't have no IBIS or any of that stuff cut on. I couldn't do that much movement how I would do. Like if I had my gimbal, I probably would have been doing some swoops and some turns and everything, and going between, getting different angles, different shots, depths of field, and stuff in foreground, background type of shots. I did get a few of those here, but I was just having a lot of time with the focusing, so I was choosing not to do certain things. Right now, I'm even shooting this on the Nikon ZR with the 35mm. So far, I ain't gonna lie, like the quality, like here, this looks good to me. Like this camera looks really good. Everyone talk about the softness. I like a soft look. I think that's kind of why I like Canon, because I was in the market, I was about to buy a Sony. I sure was. I was waiting and waiting. I was like, I'm just gonna wait it out. Something, I don't know what it is, a little birdie, little God, little angel, something was saying, just wait. Once you be in the game a little bit longer, you no longer impulse buy like you first did when you first started. Like, I started learning the system, people, they coming out with stuff. And the Nikon ZR, these images, man, I'm not gonna lie, I'm really loving this camera off this one shoot right here. I knew if I went to go shoot something that I really like, I love music, you guys, in the band, they play 90s music. They do a lot of 90s, 2000 music, and I love it. I'm partying with them with my camera. The people in the crowd be like, you need to get on the stage. I'll be having my camera like this and dancing and stuff and singing and getting the shot while I'm just looking. And they just be like, you gone, girl. You doing the camera and you gone. I'll be like, yeah, thank you. Okay, thank you for watching. If you want to see more videos like this, please like, comment, and subscribe. Go check out more videos. And in the comments, let me know if it's anything else you want to see or anything you need to know about the ZR. I'll try to check it out for you. Until next time, take your camera and go create something. Yo, Cat, what you doing? She got the crazies, y'all.